marching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Double.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man here is Conklin.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff running through the middle. He finds some open field here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A full start backs him up 5, first and 15. He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Albert O, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a throw to the end end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The Lions at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
In motion left goes Cooks. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not.
Here we go.
Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
That's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
Ready.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready, play.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. They'll set up to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
You're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
.31 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score.
Second down and 7.
They'll look to throw here.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. The way he went into that contact, as a rookie QB, you just kind of hold your breath. Maybe slide there?
Probably a very good idea. Not probably. Definitely a very good idea. And I go back to something someone told me a long time ago. In college, yeah, those guys are going to hit you, but they're just playing for a scholarship. These guys in the NFL, they're hitting you for jobs. That's a whole different hit.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Brandon Cooks, 32 yards.
And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point try now for Santoso.
And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game.
Eagles 14, Lions 8. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Okay, right.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Clock stop. Opposite, green. Blue check.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 35 yards away.
Up and good for Santoso.
And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Lions 8. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. And it
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. They'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Cooks will come in motion right. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Ready?
First and goal, Philadelphia.
Drill 52. Ready.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Right back to him on first down. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. On second down, they'll run it here. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Here we go.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them is the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
That's good for the Lions. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
He'll drop to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Going deep here for Watkins.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They're going to look to throw.
And brought in downfield by Burks. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Colton Miller, former 1st-round pick, called for the penalty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down.
2nd and 5. And now here is another interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the 2nd half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And some room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead is now 24.
Lions 8. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie, because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. Fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Eagles are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Hey, green. Let's go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. DJ Wonnum got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Eagles,
they level their mark at 4-4 on the year.
And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.